Right. Put it up there.
Let's go, baby.
You good?
To the hole in the wall. I've had my best time, y'all. Yes, I did.
You just now can't read that. Oh, my bad.
Right. 3 o'clock in the morning, all the damn clubs are closed. I went to this place, y'all. I didn't want anyone to know. I walked into the room, had my nose in the air. It's 7 in the morning, and I'm still in there.
Let's go, man. Hole in the wall. Today is Sunday, June 28th. We're gonna color people time, man. I think it's noon. It's your boy Q, man, coming through.
D0.
Big Hardy over here, Hardy 4172.
Your boy T Roy.
And today we got some interesting topics. Let me see that, T Roy. We got some interesting topics. I read this right. I briefly went over it, but we're gonna go over listen, man, that's coming up last if we do it.
That's fine. Whatever your tea is today, baby.
But I like this pretty much, man. We talking domestic relationships, men and women. Yeah, we doing it for both genders today. First topic up: interracial relationships. I could probably throw in a little something. But any y'all ever date anything? Any woman? I'm sorry. Any woman outside your race? Anybody? Dated? Seen in public, anything. I'm just y'all. Look, I'm single. Y'all heard y'all want to talk about this. I'm single, y'all. If y'all want me to start,
go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. Y'all, do we not? You gonna bring?
I mean, hold on. Just because you're single doesn't mean that you ain't never dealt with.
No, but
right?
But listen, what I'm saying is, y'all being married, you might not want to say nothing about that. Anything other than your wife.
I mean. I had a single life before I was married, and then I'm married. So
with that being said, you ever dealt with a woman outside your race? Have you ever been part of an interracial relationship?
No.
Okay. So
I have.
You have? There we go. Let's elaborate, brother.
A few.
Oh, okay. Where you from?
I'm from here, but I lived in Georgia for
that's
a long
why.
time.
Yeah, it's not.
But plus
I thought he was gonna say Columbia.
No,
Clinton.
plus I was in the military. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
it's an interracial rally.
Yeah, so like
that's
a couple Spanish chicks. That was cool.
All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's start this off like this, just because I know I got some input in this. First question: have you ever been looked at weirdly, or what we gonna say not normal in public, being with somebody outside your race, being with a woman outside your race? You ever got them looks?
I've seen it happen with my boy, and I was part of the situation because his girl was Persian and he was black.
Okay, somebody was hating.
And we went to a club in DC, and
where in DC? Because depending on where you was at, it shouldn't even matter.
It was one of those clubs. It was a club with her type of people. She wanted us, and we was like, we went up there and they started speaking that shit. But basically, they basically said to her, like, why are you with this nigga? You feel what I'm saying? And this, that, and other. She got utterly offended. You know what I mean?
Racist type.
Yeah. It was like, because they don't like to see that. It's cool that the black folks was coming to the joint. Okay. But when to find out that she was actually with him, you know what I mean? It was like different. You feel what I'm saying? But she laughed it off and said that shit in her language. But then she told us once we went inside. You feel what I'm saying? So now, but about what he said, how he, you know what I mean? Like, basically, I was like, you know, I felt the kind of way the whole night. So I just really wanted to leave because I was feeling the way. You know,
I was outnumbered.
But I kicked it with a few white chicks. I mean, but I ain't never go nowhere with them. I mean, you know.
Is that intentional?
No, not really, because I'm cool. I'm cool because like I said, I grew up with white people and this, that, and the other. So I'm cool. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool with all that. But I think it was more when I went out with like the different race female. I was more looking at it than I think other people were, because I was like looking like, I wonder they gonna feel a certain kind of way. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But
so you was thinking about it.
Yeah. So it was my mind. It was my mind more You know what I mean? But nah,
I ain't never.
Besides that, that's the only thing I.
What about you, Harvey?
Yeah, man. Go ahead and crack the refrigerator right quick, Brian. What? Crack the refrigerator.
What's?
Yeah, man. Pass me the decanter, man. Yeah, man. I dated outside my race, man.
We have done the decanter before.
I've lived with a chick outside my race once before. I realize is that most people don't know relation unless you tell them. I realized that dealing with older chicks. It was like, don't nobody know this woman is my aunt, my whatever, you know. So I'm saying that made me realize that made me realize that people don't know your relationship. If you see two people that mixed race out right now my experience in a relationship is that ain't no distinction in ghetto.
So basically, she was ghetto.
Yeah, definitely. So I try not to see it. I feel like this is what I'm in like right now. You only have opportunity to date people in your social circle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in general, all men gonna want the baddest piece they can get, but they're gonna be the baddest piece in the space of where they're going.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, in 2020, if you still hung up on color, then you like got a 1950s mentality.
True.
Which was a condition of, but I ain't gonna go down that path. But you follow what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I can agree with that. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not against interracial relationships. I got a couple friends that have been in interracial relationships. Actually, when I was in the military, one of my close friends in the military, for some reason, he had a thing for white girls. He couldn't help himself. So that's what his preference was. That's kind of, he grew up in a mixed neighborhood, so he grew up with them. He felt comfortable. I think it ultimately comes down to like what Bazell said. I think it's just a mentality type of thing. You either got to come across a female that you really find attractive despite, I guess, her race, or you got to already be in that mindset of, well, I don't care about them. I mean, most people say they don't care, but I'm pretty sure Bazell said he didn't care at first, but then when he got in that situation, he probably thought about that twice. Like, hold up.
Am I wrong? It's unfortunate, man. But if you are dealing with some natural race, you gotta expect that. It's unfortunate. It's the world we live in.
Well, but here's the thing, my man.
And that's saying that every occasion. Yeah. But in the back of your head, you be thinking like, all right, whenever I meet this person's family, or I'm in that particular club where ain't nothing but, you know, the woman you dating race. Yeah.
Because
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, because it's like when you're alone, it's probably all good.
For the most
part. I mean, you don't see that. It's cool. You know what I mean? But it's when you go out, because like my man, he caught more outside the club. He caught more with the sisters.
Yeah.
And his sister. More strife with them than other people. You see what I'm saying? Because the sisters, not to pick out the sisters, pick on them. I'm just saying, I'm just a messenger. You know what I mean? This does not reflect my views. Okay. So the thing is, the sisters would say, why you dating such and such and such, or why you messing with? But being honest, that's all he really messed with. For real. Like Spanish, Persian, those are the only kind of females he really messed with.
So with that being said, it's not other races just they don't just approve of it either. Evidently, you
sometimes
know,
it's our own race.
Yeah.
Let me throw this question out here. When in a general sense, how do you feel about when you see a sister with a white dude?
I'll be honest, that shit don't bother me. I could kill us. That shit does not bother me. Why would I let something like that bother me?
Right.
Do you?
Right.
I'm a man been in love before. That shit can be blinding as hell. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, at the end of the day, I take it that I take what you said, even still, your social circle allowed you, or your path allowed you to meet this person. You found some type of interest in this person. Right? To me, race shouldn't define any of the love or the relationship
it's all about what you value in that person. So speaking of which, I mean, we can kind of roll into the next topic. I'll take the reins on that. I mean, what do you value in a woman? Like, what are some of the qualities you would look for?
Well, it being y'all two married, y'all should be able to answer that question with no problem at all. So,
but you keep trying to defer to the married man, like, yeah,
I'm gonna say something. It's just I just know this is a very sensitive subject, and I would prefer y'all get y'all's out of the way first. If I say something ignorant, I'm single.
I mean, for me, I guess I'll start with my married guy. For me,
hey man, am I the only one drinking the wine? I don't know, man. I thought they were wine down.
No, I don't drink, so y'all know I wasn't drinking nothing.
Yeah, I'll have some of them.
It's not
at the moment. No, that's mine, bro.
Yeah,
I have not taken that cord out of my tablet since I said it.
Okay.
Now you can use it.
That's my bad. I apologize. So saying, I got
like what you saying. Some of the qualities I value in a woman.
Make your woman proud. Make that woman proud. Because evidently you found these qualities and you about to spend the rest of your life with it. So let's hear it. I want to hit it. I love that, man.
10 years of running.
That's what's up.
My wife's a very, very strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest thing for me. Somebody that could challenge me. I could be bullheaded sometimes. I'm a Taurus. I could be stubborn. But one quality that I felt like I needed as an adult was someone that can kind of challenge some of my ways. In terms of, kind of doing what I want to do. Not necessarily being reckless, but, it comes a point in time where you got to make sure you valuing your priorities, taking care of your business, let's put it like that. So she keep me on my toes in terms of making sure, I'm taking care of business. Other than that, she loving, she giving, she supportive. Shit. I mean, at the end of the day, she's a stepmom to my two girls. That value right there alone, what she's done for my girls and for me in terms of my girls, is invaluable. So shit like that is the reason why, as Beyonce would say, I had to put a ring on it.
Well,
and that song, she said you'd like it too. I never understood it. Go ahead. Yeah, you next married.
No, I mean, I'm not married.
Man, shit.
You might have considered. Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, I value like mostly is the communication. Like, I like to have good communication.
Absolutely.
And then I want to know, I mean, it's a lot of women out there, but you want to know if this person gonna hold you down when you're not around, or when you're not with her. Like, if something's to happen, you know what I mean? Like, the one I'm with, she get on my nerves majority of the time, but I know that she knows it. But I know, put like this, she could be mad as hell at me. Like, but if I give her that call, like I'm in jail or I'm on the side of the road or anything, she could be mad, but she'd be mad putting her stuff on. We could be done fell out. Anything, she'll be on the way. She gonna do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I believe that's my wife.
Yeah, so I want somebody that I know that's gonna hold me down, even when I can't, or if things falling off. And I want, and also I want to know if she gonna be good with my kids, being able to look after them or support them, just like I would do hers. That, this, that, and the other. It's big. Like, when you have kids in the picture, it's definitely important. It's definitely important to know what this woman's values is and what she will do and what she won't do, what she will put up with. You know what I mean? Because it's especially if you have a mixed household, it can be trying at times. You know what I mean? Things sometimes be under the magnifying glass, but you got to make sure that this woman, y'all are a team first.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all are a team, and if she's a team player, then you're gonna be good.
She's gonna be straight. Yeah, absolutely. Which one y'all want to jump out there first? Single?
I can jump. Man, go ahead and go. If y'all want to be honest, let me make this my public announcement. Right now, what I'm attracted to, I love to see a nice set of plump lips right now. It's like a feature type of thing. What I want in a wife or somebody is somebody that's dedicated and honest. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's made a commitment and understand what that means. A lot of people out here trying stuff out. I'm way too old for that. You know what I'm saying? And she can have long hair. I don't care.
Long hair don't care.
Yeah.
So you wanted to have long hair or you don't want to have long hair? Which one is it?
Hey man, it's like I become like I like a chick that can change the hairstyle up. So really, most Caucasian chicks don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I want a chick to be able to rock different hairstyles. They ain't gotta look the same thing all the time.
So she can pull a weave off.
I see talking about a wig.
Not a wig,
Oh,
but just a stylish chick.
Oh,
We're
okay,
talking about
okay.
what? You know,
Most of them
yeah.
wear wigs.
Ain't nothing wrong with a wig, man.
A lot of them throw on a wig. They be spending like thousands for a
I can
wig.
dig it. I don't give a fuck how much it costs. I'm not rocking with a woman with a helmet. I'm not no offense to nobody out there. This is my preference.
Helmet though, bro.
Man, that's what it is.
A
That
lot of
motherfucker shift. And your helmet shift when you get hit. Don't that motherfucker shift?
Yeah, but these. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Let me.
Don't that motherfucker shift?
Just to say this real quick.
I ain't knocking it.
My man. That when I moved to Georgia, we were real close friends, and he had a son, and his son sell wigs. His son, by selling wigs,
She probably
has
killing
his own place in downtown Buckhead at 21 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
His son
Yeah.
flown to California. His son is with Jocelyn. On an average, I can show you the page. He's been on BET and all that because that's what they do. They
Did
buy
you
those
see not to cut you off? Did you see Chris Rock movie? What was it? Good Hair.
good hair.
Did
I
you
saw
see that?
some of it.
Yeah. But that
Yeah,
movie
I
alone,
remember, yeah.
I ain't gonna fake 2 minutes after the movie. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, I
I
could
like
meet
that.
females and do hair, but I don't really want to do no
So
damn.
if the woman tell you she beautiful and you kicking it with her and all of a sudden she pull her hair off.
Listen, in what situation is that conversation gonna go like that when you just snatch it?
No.
I mean, no. When you go over to her house to have some dinner,
And she
and
get
this
comfortable.
time, and this time her hair is not on, and you like, wait a minute, baby, but it looks good.
All right,
It's
so
cut.
listen.
It looks
All
good.
right, so I'm gonna say this. It's based on this, right? Because my daughters know these wigs. I'm not gonna say it's honest. I'm not gonna say I can't deal with it at all. But if a wig is like 90% of you're like,
Yeah.
nah, man.
You don't want
No.
Hey,
That should only be like right now. Like right now.
Mhm.
What's going on with the
With the COVID.
pandemic.
So they gotta-
that is totally fucking
Yeah.
understandable.
Yeah.
You might couldn't have made it to it's certain circumstances.
Can't
But if
wear no
90% of the time, yeah, you got that on strapped on, no.
No,
Fuck no. No, I'm not doing
So
it.
that's
1, 2,
Hey.
3.
I can't do
Hey.
it, man. I can't do it.
I got a wig story, right? Now this is an impression that's been made on my mind. It's one of my people. She probably tuned in right now. This is my partner, old lady, right? She we were going to the store. And so she was grabbing the keys and everything to go, right?
Mhm.
Get in the car, get to the store. Out of nowhere, she grabbed a wig and plop it on.
Yeah,
I
see?
said, man, you gotta cry.
That's
I said, oh boy, you gotta go.
That's equivalent to a baseball cap.
so you over with. That's a dead. That's right there.
Listen, for that to happen right there, like she don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had a baseball cap. But I'm just saying, like, all right, but to go back to the original question, to be honest, everything y'all said, you know, except for the most part, we all said men want to be dependable and loyal. My biggest thing, I guess, with me, I ain't gonna say biggest, but one thing y'all ain't mentioned, I'm not taking nothing from y'all, but there's gotta be a sense of humor with me, man, because I'm at like not 100, but 80 at least most of the day. Even when the 10 minutes after I get up, I'm energetic as fuck. And if you ain't got no sense of humor, or you know what I'm saying, you ain't live, I just can't deal with you. We're not gonna click. Other than that, pretty much the same thing y'all said, dependable, loyal. Now if we get more down to physical, I really don't care because I've been with all different sizes of women, no bullshit. And like I said, like when you fuck with somebody or you got that vibe with somebody, it's not gonna matter what they look like. And I don't discriminate. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't discriminate. That's like for instance, blind dates. I already got it in my head. If you're not if I'm not attracted to you, I'm still gonna have a good ass motherfucking time. I met a friend at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying?
She look like a silverback.
Man, it's hard to say, bro. What is your definition of looking like a silverback, bro?
You know what a silverback is?
At the same time,
I mean, if Put like this.
Well, first of all, I've seen the pick prior till. If you can't be, it's not gonna be that much.
You
of
could
a
have been catfish.
I have been.
Been catfish.
I'm explaining something to you. Not necessarily catfish. I call it identity theft too. This chick had on so much fucking makeup that the next morning she ain't looking nothing like she fucking did.
Right.
Yeah,
well, you at least stay with her until the next morning.
I ain't hit it on it. I mean, it's just, my thing is this: if you're at my house too late, and all females know this, if you're at my house too late, I will suggest you staying at my house.
That's correct.
And it ain't necessarily the fuck. It's just that I've never been a fan. Like, I guess with me being my daughter's mother and my daughter, I've never been a fan of women being out by themselves past 9, 10 o'clock on the night. Okay. So if you're at my house late 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I will suggest the shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, I sleep on the couch, this, that, and the other for real. And I keep it 100. It's just behind that. It looks like a gentleman. You feel what I'm saying? But in her case, she had been over at the house late. And I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to, I ain't even hit the joint or nothing. It's just the next morning when, I thought, wash my face. I was like, where the fuck is her face?
Oh, man. I just heard Patrice O'Neal. I was listening to Patrice O'Neal, and he had that same punchline basically.
What's that?
He said, man, sometime, man, you get with a chick, man, after you hit the chick, as soon as you nut, as it come out, she don't look the same.
Oh, yeah, but you got whole feeling. You ain't got a feeling, so it's all that shit change anyway. Exactly. Well, what's next on that, Mike?
So next on the list is,
I'm gonna end up drinking all that by my damn self. Wow.
different types of women from our perspective.
I mean, what, elaborate on that?
I think more so in terms of you got the clingy women, you got the naggers, you got the strong-headed, independent, but I still want to. I'm just throwing out some.
All right, so okay, so in other words, what let's say, and this is, I hope y'all don't take this the wrong way, ladies. We got us a mixing bowl, and we throwing in, we got the different seasonings, and we throwing that in there. So, what your recipe look like? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start this off because y'all recipes already done. Your cake's been done.
I already cooked it.
But that goes back to the prior question, though. Pretty much what you like in a woman, but as far as what type of woman, like that clingy shit, I guess that would only be, I can only deal with that probably a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, you want somebody to know that the best for them in this world is to know somebody is as interested in you as you are in them. You get what I'm saying? You know, you feel like you ain't wasting your motherfucking time. Yeah. So that I wouldn't mind the clingy part. Is just how fucking clingy we talking.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
I'm starting to realize nowadays too, dating is whack as shit.
Yeah, because you got to go. That's why women say they don't like doing it because you have to go through so much. It's like,
well, I've heard stories
when
we
were younger. I guess
cool.
It was cool,
but now it's more of a hassle. You know what I mean?
We're getting older.
Social media. We've turned into the whole why is mine better than yours instead of some of the priorities and shit like that. It seems like everybody fucking competing, which makes dating hard as shit. Man, I swear to God, it make dating hard as shit. But
at the end of the day, dating at the end of the day, to me, if you trying to look for a long-term relationship, it's just about commitment. I don't care how you sauce it up. It's about commitment to the process of learning and coming together between you and that other person. If you ain't trying to commit to that person, or if things aren't, because you're going to have your ups and downs. The question becomes, when the roller coaster goes down, can you handle that motherfucker steep incline?
And I'm glad, you know what, I'm going to change subject with me. It's just in the same field. But listen, I'm going to bring this up, and I've been thinking about this. Us being adults and recognizing red flags, man. Recognizing red flags, man. Let's just be for real. And I'm going to say this because me being single, I talk to single women, and of course, women you have some women that talk about what they previously went through and wild-ass dudes and shit they be doing. My message to women is this. If you notice a fucking red flag and you're an adult, everything you got going is for you, you know what I'm saying? You're doing everything yourself, your priorities to take care of, you pay your own bills, this, that, and the fourth. I don't give a fuck how sexy a person is, how attracted to you a person is. If a red flag is a fucking red flag, you can't spot some bullshit like, and I'm gonna just put this out here. Let's just say a man being somewhat disrespectful to you and you letting it slide because he may got a little bit of money or a good car or a good job or he just handsome. And then 2 years later, you complain that he don't respect you. You saw the shit in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? You saw shit in the beginning. And I see a lot of that. I think nowadays it seems like we more likely to ignore red flags.
Well, see, people when they get older and shit, they put up with more.
No, man.
I was about to say,
It shouldn't be like that.
You're right. You're right.
They do.
Yeah,
in real life,
Yeah,
it's a be less, but people put up with more.
And it's lower.
They be like, you know,
No,
what
it's
I mean?
not.
Women in their 20s, that they should date people like closer to their age, but they like older men, right? But when they get older, they like younger men. You ain't notice that? Have you noticed that?
Oh man, let me jump out.
And that's the truth.
I come with a different
for the most part.
on that.
They want younger men. And then by you getting younger men, you put up with stuff now. You're putting up with.
Well, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's, I think at the end of the day, yeah, it does come down to having standards. I think if you're gonna address an issue or a red flag, I believe in most cases you gotta address that red flag, see if that person can, because everybody comes with some type of issue or
something you may not like about.
Not everything about that person or that spouse is going to be what you deem necessary for yourself or what you actually like. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be. No person's going to be perfect, so they're not going to have everything in that checklist that you got. Well, he gotta.
Yeah,
he
nobody
gotta
gonna be perfect.
This,
This is what I'm gonna say to that.
But my thing is, if a red flag situation comes up, if you can address it early, get your answer.
Depends on how red that flag.
Yeah, it depends on how red.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It depends on exactly. If it's a real red flag, like he about to punch in your fucking.
No, well, that's not a red flag. That's ejection from the game off the break.
But that's what I'm saying.
What was a red flag for you?
For me?
Hold on, real quick before we do that. Go ahead, Javi. I know you want to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you're really talking about. Q that I feel like kind of is relationship arrangement, and saying that to say with what everybody is saying is that in reality, everybody has to do T.I. versus T.I.P. check or Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson check. And most people ain't in real time about what they in life. So when they go into a relationship, they ain't on point about what they want because of intent. So a lot of girls in their 20s is bottle popping and stuff. At that point in time, that's all they want to do is somebody to fly them out somewhere, do some all this. And they're not realizing that the dude that is funding that is just funding them for the time that he's entertained by them. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with us. When you got a chick, it might be the one you want. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't continue to fund what she want to do and support that lifestyle, if you've been out there flexing, eventually she's like, okay, well, you zap that now.
On to the next.
Yeah, I want something better. I think I can do better.
Yeah.
So until a person matures and becomes content with themselves, they ain't ready for nobody else.
That's what
as long as they still building their business and trying to do all the other, if they ain't content within themselves, it's gonna be hard to be content with somebody else.
In other words, you're saying don't hop in a relationship until you're ready to be in a relationship.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
Yeah, what's a red flag for you?
Right now at the age I am, and it being that I don't need nobody for shit. Yeah. I got zero tolerance for bullshit. But a red flag to me, oh man, I don't want that. Oh man. Okay, no sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? No sense of humor.
Yeah.
Automatic. Automatic. Ain't no point of me dealing
if
with
you laugh, you gotta have a laugh.
Yeah, man. Automatic ain't no point of me dealing with you. Other than that, let's see. Of course, but see, I don't consider these red flags because at the age I'm at, it's certain things that should already be written in stone. Job, might not necessarily be a career, but a job, a car, your own spot. You know what I'm saying? At my age, I feel like females should have all that. But again, there's also certain circumstances why she might not. So it doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna turn it the fuck off.
What about credit?
You asking for credit scores?
No. Some people.
At what point do you ask for a credit score? And how do you ease that into the conversation?
I mean, you want to see where a person is and if they good with money. You don't have to credit what you got. If you want to know if
they ain't something the better, you must get the fuck up right now.
Yeah, because like you want to know if they good with money, like where you at, like in life, and if y'all getting together and you want to know before you take the next step,
It's funny you say that, right? All right, because look, I was talking to a female again. Women tend to talk about the bad experiences they had, but she tells me nowadays, this what dudes doing. and of course, I think this is a generation younger than me, so because I know the way we was raised is something different. But she said this what dudes doing now. You know, pretty much y'all going out to dinner, and Bama's is straight up asking on the break, like, you know, shorty, you paying for it.
Dang.
And I was like, yeah, but at the same time, she's not that much younger than me, but it seems like that's a whole different generation from us. You know what I'm saying? Because I think all of us, for the most part, first date automatically go to me. Second and third might automatically go to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a 3-date minimum.
Okay, but there you go. But you know that first date, what, as a man, you know what I'm saying, gentlemen, we was raised, we gonna handle that.
Yeah.
If you give a tip, you know, if she might mention the throwing in her own tip, that's even, you get brownie points for that. Okay, damn.
Even the Dutch is better than
exactly. But she said dudes are straight up nowadays, like she said, dude told her.
The first date is Dutch, then the second and the third date is on.
Hey, Q, I got something for that. I got a response for that. What that is really what we're doing. We're not taking into consideration the way society has changed, because it's all about individualism now. Everybody talking about this is what I got, and you should like me for what I got. You know what I'm saying?
But I think the lack of fathers contributes to that too, because as a gentleman, that should have been taught. That's just hands down.
Yeah, but listen, I mean that's across the
day.
board though. I mean every
Q, you wanted the few good men that was able to
ethnicity, like white folk, Asian folks, like just to say, because everybody have an absentee father, everybody, but at the same time, everybody have fathers in the household as well.
Something
it's just
like
that,
a mentor, male, you know,
like
somebody around that could just talk to or call or whatever.
With that being said, what would be a red flag for you now? Because you got to watch how you answer that question.
No, I mean, really, I like a clean woman. I like a woman that clean. She ain't got
Hold on. So red flag right now will be a dirty female.
and
I think that's the red flag for her, dude.
yeah, I ain't saying. I mean, you know, she gotta be able to clean behind herself, and you know, that's a red flag for me.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, when you say clean, because let's just say that is how often does she need to clean the house for her to be considered to be clean?
Press.
I'm gonna clean, so shit. It just has to be decent. I like a person that just be. You know what I mean? I'm trying to dance that thing, but I like a person like to clean behind themselves. You know what I mean? That's where I want to keep it. You know? I mean, all right, look, he's going into, you know. I like a person to clean behind themselves, and another. See how it transitions? Another red flag.
For you to bring up the credit score, so that means. All right, so let me ask you this: and how long you been in a relationship with whoever you were? Female you were?
9 years.
All right, so we're gonna say prior to the 9 years. Was you worried about credit?
No, I wasn't.
So what made you bring that up?
Because
just
when you know, basically, I've talked to a lot of women, and a lot of women since the show, there's a lot has to do with women. A lot of women of my age ask about, you know, as far as you got to have decent credit. You got to be, you know, it shows how responsible he is.
But at what point are they exchanging information about credit though? How the fuck
how
you ease that into the conversation?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
how do you ease that into
the
the
thing
conversation?
That's when you ready to apply for a loan.
Yeah.
I mean,
so that means by her 4th or 5th date, she talking about it going to get cars.
When they start
so
noticing,
she can figure out your credit score.
I mean, if they start noticing a lot of things aren't in your name, I mean,
okay, I
you
guess
know,
so.
Saying that, oh, Joe.
Well, just because something in your name don't mean that. So
Yeah, it could be other situations.
Yeah.
But then there's another situation that they got to talk about too.
Yeah.
But
when you meet a nigga, stop letting that nigga put a car on your name as soon as you meet him.
Yeah.
Go rent a car together. That'll determine it right there. Go rent a car. Tell him to rent a car. Tell him to rent a car.
Tell him to rent a car.
If he can't get a car, that's a real fucking
there you go. And if they can't rent a car, it's only so far you can go.
Tell that nigga y'all gonna have with a rental car, and he got to put it in his name. And
if he
can't get that rental car, it's a red flag.
I mean, if he 28 years old and can't rent a car,
that works for both. That works for men and women.
Yeah,
like fellas, from now on, you meet a chick, man, go rent a car. Tell her to rent a car. She can't get that motherfucker in that shit.
Yeah.
I got this right here. This is immediate sign for me. Bipolar. Split personality.
Yeah.
Any of those.
Hell yeah. Bro.
When I talk to you on the phone, it need to sound like the same person.
And it's crazy because I think I know I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose if somebody is bipolar. But I know damn well if you need to go get tested for it.
I know you.
Yeah, man, get what I'm saying.
Hey, but see, here's the slick part about that. That comes up in conversation. They'll ease that out.
Yeah, because I met a female that I think need to go get tested for being bipolar, and that's what she played it off for maybe like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So when it hit me, it was like I was like, man, where the fuck this come from? You know what I'm saying? Like they can play it off. So we need to come up with a at-home test to determine if a woman has bipolar. I'm gonna start taking motherfucking Wisdom Jones and ink blocks with me. What do you see? What you see in the picture?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man.
All right, so look, I know one of the subjects on there was.
How long we in, B?
Oh, bullshit. 35. We good.
Oh, we good. We rocking. I think we still had a couple of subjects left. I didn't really want to put my 2 cents in this, man, because I feel like as men we be telling on men, man. But I saw one of the topics y'all suggested is why do men cheat?
Yeah, you did reference that, but you referenced that about 3 hours later.
Yeah, so are we talking about that?
No, we.
Yes, yeah, we're not gonna do
That's
that.
another word, can of word.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Charlemagne and what his name got a song.
Who's that? My niggas say I'm a
Charlemagne
dog.
and
I'm a dog.
What his name? What his name? Lil Duval. Black men don't cheat.
There we go. We don't.
Black men don't cheat.
I don't even want to talk about that.
No.
You know what I mean? That's another day.
That being said,
Black men don't cheat.
yeah, well, like, okay, I'm gonna bring this up real quick too, man. Stop taking advice. We just talk about relationship in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me explain something to people, man. And I think I had a bad habit of this. Mm-hmm. Stop telling people that aren't in your that if it ain't your woman or your man, stop telling people what's going on. Because you gotta remember this. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you have to live with the person you're with. Mm-hmm. Those people only see the person you're with sporadically for certain events and on occasion. So they're always, for the most part, going to have that same demeanor, that same perception of them because that's what you told them.
Yep.
Right. And if you're not blessing that person on the regular and all you're doing is telling your people, your friends and shit, negative shit,
right.
When they see them, they're going to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to, you know what I'm saying, my relationship pride, I was a bad habit of doing that, you know what I'm saying, because you like to vent. Right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you're going to, I feel if you have to do it,
right.
Mention the positive shit too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then you wonder why your girl or your man coming to you there, why your boy looking at me like that, or why she treating me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Keep your business at home, man.
That's my pet peeve right there. Like, really, honestly, I know a lot of females like to be an open book. Even matter of fact, the one I'm with now, she's an open book, and that bothers me. I said you cannot put out too much information. Some information is made to be within your home.
Knowledge is power.
Capping your home. Exactly. You telling people your business. And these people, when they become your enemies, because they're your frenemies now, they will use it against you.
And not to say every person is a friend of me, but yes, you're definitely right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
definitely right.
I'm definitely with keeping your stuff in your house.
Well, I was gonna say this. This is gonna be my comment. All right, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, listen to your friends and your loved ones. When they give you a sign that something ain't quite right and they don't feel like somebody is right there for you, you should listen to that because they have your best interest at heart.
Well, but at the same time, filter out that bullshit though. Some of
them can be on that, but you gotta gauge that now.
Not only that, sometimes loved ones, you gotta look at their situations too. You know what I mean? A lot of people that like to give advice
be fucked up.
They be already fucked up. Right. You know what I mean? I be like, I'm gonna listen to you, but I'm what your ass saying.
This shit complex, motherfucker, man.
Yep.
All right, so look, with that being said, I was thinking of this while we were talking. Does it matter if the person you're with posts you on social media?
Oh man,
that's the problem. I'm about to move. You want to talk about that? I'm on another side now. I'm coming in.
All right, so with that being said, I give my opinion on that. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think it matters.
No. Go ahead.
I got an opinion too, man. I got an opinion too.
I guess, but again, it's based on circumstance, man. Because, for example, let's say you don't care, right? Your girl don't care if your girl posts you or not. But at the same time, she posting maybe male coworkers. There may not be nothing going on.
Lived it.
And there may not be nothing going on. As a man, we all have egos, and it may not bother you bad. It may not bother you a lot, but you're going to feel some type
certain
of
kind of
definitely if you're a man that doesn't mind posting the woman he's with. So with that being said,
same
how you
females, I'm about to say same
females
females liking the picture all the time. Oh yeah,
yeah, I can't control what a woman likes, but with that being said, in your opinion, doesn't matter if I'm not saying if you're a girl with no situation, just want your personal opinion. Doesn't matter if a person posts their mates on social media.
I don't think so.
Does not post their mates.
I mean, a lot of like I said, whereas no matter who I had a relationship with, I would occasionally put a picture up here and there. I don't have to broadcast you to the world. I mean, I'm at you. I'm not proud of you.
Definitely, y'all ain't just get together. Like I don't have to post you about this.
Yeah, I mean, what we got going on is what we got going on. I don't have to put that all out on. That's the problem with the social media. Everybody feel like they got to post their boo all the time. Every 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, you got another boo, and you look stupid. Then you got another boo. You scrolling down the lane, you in love again, baby. Yeah. It's like I keep my stuff. I like to keep my stuff in my house, but my lady, she did have an issue with that because I promoted clubs at the time. I had a few that will always be in a picture with me or whatever, and she didn't like that. She felt the kind of way, and it started making me kind of pull back from the pictures. You know what I mean? And I can understand where she was coming from, but at the end of the day,
the issue that you don't post her, or was it?
Yeah, her issue was that she see more of them than
you and her.
You and her.
Okay.
But in my captions or anything, I would never say I'm with them. I'll be like cool in that event, whatever. I will post, this is my son's mother, this is my lady, or whatever. Like, but yeah, to be honest, man, I don't think you have to post somebody you with in a relationship all the time on social media. You don't have to do that. Okay. You don't need social media approval. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't. All right, what you think, Harvey?
Well, this is my personal opinion, and this is how I operate. I've always felt that my social media space is my personal space. That's a line that nobody encroach on. Now, you can go and follow it if you want to do all that, but your opinions and all of that, stop at the door. If I'm in a relationship, then it ain't going to be nothing on there that implies otherwise, like I ain't going to have a whole bunch doing something outside of what I'm supposed to be doing. There's going to be some respect there. Right, because I respect that point. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm gonna put in my social media space. You know, that's my blind because that's something that's been created by man for me to enjoy my life with. You feel what I'm saying? And when you say you gotta take this picture down and don't leave that out there, like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah. So what was the post question about?
What's your opinion on? I guess you know what I'm saying. Whether or not you have to post the person you're with on social media. You know, so what's your opinion on it in general?
I mean,
I guess it all depends on the type of person you are too, but
yeah, I mean, I think that just comes down to the relationship. I'm gonna talk about somebody else's relationship first, and then come back to my own. I know a couple that where if let's put it like this, if the male isn't putting the female on his social media, she got a problem because at that point she felt like, well,
what you got to hide?
Yeah, what you got to hide? You got chicks comment on pictures of you. He don't post nothing out off the wall, but like if he posts a picture of himself, he may have a couple females comment or whatever, whatnot.
Don't let it be somebody she don't like.
Exactly.
She been watching.
You have no control over what another person.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have no control
over
that.
The bad part is I've actually had another conversation with somebody else closer to me, and he kind of going through the same thing. But on my end, I mean, I really don't even be on social media as much as I'm supposed to be from a business standpoint. That's what I use my social media for mainly. I've been able to separate my personal from my business a little bit. So when it comes to my personal, I do post my family, pictures of my daughters, myself, my wife, but I don't think it's a must that I have to do it all the time because I don't really be on there like that. So for me, it's not going to be frequent.
All right, so this we're gonna do another cut you off. You done?
No, I'm good.
All right, so I just want everybody's opinions. We're gonna take a scenario, and I just want your opinion.
Okay.
All right. It don't got to be the man doing posting the wife or the wife posting the man, just in general.
Okay.
So, all right, this is the scenario. I'm gonna just put me in it. I'm dealing with my wife. Right, I'm single. I'm single anyway. I ain't got no fucking wife. But I'm dealing with my wife, right? All right. I post my wife continuously. You know what I'm saying? For whatever. I'm proud of the woman. I'm wanting to show her off. You get what I'm saying? I love to show my wife off. My wife doesn't have that same mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I may be in one or two pictures, but I'm now upset. And again, you can look at this both ways. If I was a female or a male. I'm upset because I don't feel she posts me enough. Opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I think you should talk to her and see where she's at with it before react. Because a lot of people react first, like they get mad and they be like, "Man, I don't see you there." Just talk to her and see where she at with it.
Okay, so but what will be the resolution? Because evidently somebody got to change. Somebody gonna have to either I need to stop giving a shit, or she need to stop posting me often.
Yeah.
So what's your answer to that?
Stop posting.
Because
look, baby, they gonna post me. I won't post you. You don't post.
You gotta realize,
we
as
good.
a man with our egos, and even as a woman, you know what I'm saying. If I'm posting you or not, I'm showing you off. You know what I'm saying? I love being with you. The fact that you're not posting me as much, I may feel that you don't have that same love for me.
Man,
but I think that not to cut me off.
I
think that comes down to kind of personal preference, really, because like my wife will post me, but it's not that often, and I'm okay with that. Like I really don't have a problem with that. She posts me when she feel like she want to express my love, her love for me, I guess, to social media or those that's paying attention. Anyway, I think it just comes down to how people take it on a personal level.
But in that particular scenario, like I just said, what's your opinion?
I wouldn't really be tripping. Again, because like I know we have a strong relationship up close, so I don't really need her to, you know, have to feel like she needs to put me out there like that for the world to see.
Well, see,
that's not necessary.
Here's the thing. My lady, she posts all the time. Social media, she we can't even be friends on social media. Just being real.
But what is she posting?
No, she's an open book. You know, some things like, I don't know about that, but it's your social media. So I won't. So I don't have to see it. I choose not to see it and won't have to see it. I just don't look at it because I don't want to be sitting, like I told her a long time ago. I don't want to be sitting on the couch with you status beat. You see what I'm saying? Like having a conversation. That looks so stupid. We sitting right beside each other. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, she would post, and it's funny, the other night I made a joke because she always had something to say about me. You and all your hoes. Anytime I get a picture with a female, you and all your hoes. The problem is,
she posts that on.
No, she'll say it to me. But here go the thing, and you never post me. Here's the thing. I can't control what other people post. 1, 2. And then 2 is I can't control what he say, like Q said. A lot of the pictures she don't really complain about. It's the ones that come on there that she don't like, that'll say something. Like, who you done went to dinner with? And she come to me, what the hell you mean who you went to dinner with? You walk around here like you single and shit. No, I just don't advertise. You feel what I'm saying? So I try to keep that, so I keep it separate.
Ooh, man, we're gonna make that a bumper sticker.
I keep that separate. Keep your
walk around here like you single.
Walk around like you single. You know what I mean? And so we keep it separate, and we good. And people say that's crazy, but by us not being friends on social media, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like right now,
yeah.
My man, he got married. Been married for about 5 years now. He had to delete his social media in order, he said, to keep my marriage. I just had to delete. It was so many problems. We be sitting at a dinner table, social media will come up out of nowhere. We be eating good. I'm thinking, and then some question will come out of nowhere. Who was such and such and such? He said one time she put the phone right beside him. Who is this? He was eating. You know, so he said he had to just get rid of social media. You see what I'm saying? So media is a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely can be.
It can be. It can.
That's why I say at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad. Like I said, I don't be on there that much. If I am on there, it's mainly for business purposes. I may go in there a couple hours out a week total just to scroll around, see what everybody else doing. But other than that, I'm good.
And the one trick about that, and this is how I move with it. I always just do one social media site at a time. You You know what I'm saying? When you start doing so much, you got to keep up with everybody. You got different people on each one and all of that. Yeah, and I do one at a time. Man. And right now, I'm on Instagram, Hard4172. Go follow me.
I'm everywhere. Just follow me. I'm everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm out there.
All right, so I know who else was on there. Them was just random topics. I like the way that was done.
Cute like Oprah.
Montel.
I was gonna say Phil. Phil.
No, Phil be counseling though.
Phil, doctor.
Like, gotta get you that mustache.
I wanted to stay on
Waldo.
I wanted to stay on with the topic list though. What's someone else?
Last one
Oh, we
was
decided
about
we weren't doing no.
Okay.
No, we ain't.
I mean,
Hey,
the
yeah.
Emcees is the last one.
Hey,
The last
wait.
one.
Lady
But before we
MC.
Before we get into that, I said that could be something we talk about because he had that monotone sound. He could be like the host of the equation, but I don't know if we're gonna talk about that. Like that's what you good at.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you good at that.
But
Yeah, we're gonna skip over that
cheating. And this is why we're gonna skip over cheating, y'all. We're not just going to do it.
Yeah, we're a new
My
show.
personal reason for skipping over cheating is because it's like, nah, it's telling.
Mm-hmm.
It's telling, man. I just feel like we don't need, and I'm not telling on nobody.
Yeah.
We don't need y'all looking over at your man right now or looking over at your woman right now feeling a certain way because we brought up why somebody may cheat, this, that, and that. It's just nah. And I'm still single, so I don't need nobody thinking I'm cheating. I ain't thinking I'm cheating, but
when the guy this far like that.
Yeah, can't talk about cheating, man. If you are, stop what you're doing.
Or just don't get caught.
Or we could say this. We could say this. If you feel you need to, man, and yeah. And if you really want to be with that, okay, we're gonna say this. Temptation is always gonna be the fuck out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna always be out there, man. Life wouldn't be worth living if you didn't have obstacles. So you knew that going into the relationship that there's going to be, God damn, I feel like I'm just telling, man.
No, you're not telling. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because I had a conversation.
We're not going to hold on. First of all, we're not going to ease into why cheating either, man.
No. I'm not even going to go there. Because I had a conversation with somebody the other day, and it was interesting that we were going to talk about relationships. Actually, it was Friday. And we were actually started talking about fireworks, and then he just asked me a question. He was like, when did you know that you wanted to marry your wife? And my answer to him was, well, apparently, whoever you thinking about marrying is worth you marrying because you're asking me this question, first of all. Okay. Second of all, I had to tell him, I was like, you're going to have, because basically they're in their downtime right now. They have issues. So, and he explained to me what his issues were. But to me, his issues weren't enough for him not to make those steps that he want to take. Because like I told him, y'all just miscommunicating. And
communication is everything.
It's everything. And I told him, I was like, it actually takes years to get to that point if you don't know any better in terms of being with somebody and building with somebody. But if you guys can communicate and figure out how to really get on the same page and become a team, you'll see the fruits of that labor actually show within your relationship. So you ain't going to have these issues where you're not sure if you want to. It's all about commitment. And it's about committing to each other and coming together and getting past those issues, saying, all right, look, we got an issue right here. Let's talk about this shit. Somebody's going to have to compromise, but it's better that y'all compromise together rather than it being one or the other, in my opinion.
All right, now this what Brother IV inspired me to say, Brother Troy, because this is a Sunday and I'm a youth leader. So what we're saying is this right here. Cheating makes winning hollow. So if the person you think you might want to marry, if you run out of cheating on them, once you get married, it's going to be hollow because you're going to have all these things that you can't really share or, all of that. So in a relationship, if you want to keep it 100, the way you can be proud of the day you crossed that finish line, and keep it 100. Don't have it hollow. Don't have it filled with a bunch of stuff you got to eventually come out after a bunch of years and all this other stuff, or in divorce court.
Just
that's my youth leadership.
Don't put yourself in situations you don't need to be in. You know what I mean? It's always going to be a friendly face. You know what I mean? I get them all the time. Like somebody I used to be like, damn, or somebody I used to kick it with. You going through your problems, they all they do is check in and see how you're doing and talk to you. You got to respect your person, the person you're dealing with enough not to do that. Even when y'all upset, you got to respect them enough. And you got to care about them enough not to do those things. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be a hypocrite because I'm a man. Hell, I thought about it. You know what I mean? On a couple times. Just for
That's what we wasn't gonna get into.
No. But I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. But see, the thing is, did I act on it? No, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to look the person in their eye and say, "Look, I did everything I could to be right." You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I'm talking about. You see how I saved that? I want to give it a little bit.
A piece of advice I would give, man. Know the difference between love and lust.
Mm-hmm.
Know the difference between love and lust, man. That's all I'm gonna say. When it comes to that, know the difference between love and lust, man. Because 9 times, like I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, but most of the time when it comes to us, man, that we see lust before we see love.
Yeah,
we see the physical before we see anything else, personality and everything else.
they say she got that snatch and grab.
Mm-hmm.
She got that snatch and grab. You don't know how to act.
What you know about some snatching?
That's what they say. That's
what they say.
Yeah, man. She got that snatch and grab, boy.
So that sounds like you stealing something.
Nah.
What are you talking about? Snatch and grab? That sounds like robbing to me.
Exactly. Yeah. That sounds like loot.
Loot. Yeah. They say she got that snatch and grab.
Young blood, is that still the name?
Nah, that's always it. Snatch and grab.
Snatch and grab.
Yeah, anything else?
Is he still in there, the neighbor?
I don't think so.
Is his door closed?
I ain't see.
I'm gonna take the time out, man. We've been recording. How long are we gonna go?
Well, technically, we was done with the topic.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
see, look. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Y'all
gotta find a
better close.
Yeah, come on, man. We gotta work better, man. Like it's cues and stuff. Like some things.
Now, but what I'm saying, how long are we recording then? Answer the question.
We go for an hour.
We go as we go.
And we
I was like we winding down anyway.
Yeah,
it's down to 4 minutes left. But I mean,
I ain't worried. It ain't no that got a smoke break on their mind. Ain't in my position.
yeah. But yeah, let's put it back on topic. Go ahead, Troy, and finish it up.
I mean, the only topic we had left on the agenda was the rap Emcees. If you guys want to get into that.
Oh, we got 3 minutes. Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna say hands down right now, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
the game.
I'm with her all the way. Got it coming.
Hey, she got that fire.
Come on.
Oh shit! I thought we was doing period.
I
wasn't about to name nobody nowadays.
Well, we can do past and
last
present.
female CD I actually listened to was Ghetto Twins, No Limit.
No.
Right.
My bad. Nah, that's not No Limit. That's Rap A Lot. Ghetto Twins don't right? Yeah, that was Rap A Lot. Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and Lauryn Hill is like my favorite MC.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. They people. I put that up because somebody compared her, said who had the hardest album drop between her and Lil' Kim, and I brought her up, and they was talking about rapper or whatever. They said, well, Lauryn Hill wasn't a rapper.
Yeah,
she wasn't categorized as a rapper.
Oh,
so if you want to straight rap,
then what would you consider R&B?
She does it all, so she's not straight rap. But if you want to say straight rapper,
to me, Lauryn Hill just had her own category.
I think
her and like Erykah Badu, I put them in like
different thing. So I would say, being real, I like some of the greats like MC Light, stuff like that. But if I think,
because I don't really listen to females nonchalant.
I like Foxy Brown. Like Foxy Brown in her prime, I really liked her. And now I really like Meg because she's killing everything right now. Everything she touched, she burned it up.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've been a fan of most of those.
You're savage.
Big B's head as a fan.
I like that.
I gotta say, I've been a big fan of most of them big female artists when they first dropped because they always drop at a time where the males were just so dominant. Think about even when Nicki Minaj came out.
But they only allow one female at a time.
That's what's kind
You
of
see what I'm saying? And they pit them against each other like they do in Hollywood with the blacks.
It's crazy because that's what I'm saying. You only see like one of them creep out
at a time.
She's big.
Nicki, Cardi,
but the time of what Brian's saying, that's just not happening. Now, y'all know this is my spade now, because the real thing about it is, right now, they pumping female MCs in general. It ain't no machine behind male MCs like it is behind female.
But they only
control the whole dynamic.
But that's why they only pushing
one
per Nicki, Cardi, Meg.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It wasn't no at the same
And
time.
even when Cardi came out, that pit between Nicki and Cardi became an
Yeah,
issue.
they made an issue
Because all of a
Doja Cat a
sudden,
rapper?
Who?
yeah,
Doja Cat.
Yeah.
She a rapper?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she a singer rapper or something. I don't know what she
I like that little bit.
Mhm. But I mean, right now, like I said, Meg
Somebody
and
said she
my
can't
past.
be Joseph. That fucking video.
look, we can talk about the rest of it. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too.
All right. Shit, that's right on time, y'all. Man, that's
Yeah.
another. Go ahead.
Yeah, how long is it?
So,
There's a clock
we-
set.
We're gonna catch y'all next week. Same time, same place,
Mhm.
same space, with the same team. I'm Bezel.
Q.
Troy.
Harvey. For
We out.
172.
Stay on the
Thank y'all.
page. Stay on the page. Check the page out.
Share a friend. Tell a
Yeah,
friend.
yeah,
Share.
yeah.
Page, all that shit.
Y'all come join us in the hole.
Mhm.